When it comes to the fight against trafficking, the battle is being fought largely in the states. That's why Shared Hope International, an anti-trafficking nonprofit based in Washington, D.C., issues a report card for the states each year. And joining us now to take a look at this year's high and low performers is Samantha Vardaman, Senior Director at Shared Hope. Samantha, this year Louisiana got the highest grade, an A+. What are they doing right?
Well, Louisiana has taken a very targeted look at the laws that address specifically this crime that we're talking about, child sex trafficking. And because it's a unique crime that hits on various parts of the law, each state needs to look at their entire code of laws to identify all of those weak spots and shore them up with updated and improved laws. And Louisiana's done that.
Now, several states, Pennsylvania, Colorado, and Delaware, raised their grades significantly. How were they able to do that?
Similarly, they took a comprehensive approach and they had leadership within the higher levels of law enforcement and government. And they were able to really form a group around them to identify the entire range of laws that needed to be addressed. And they introduced comprehensive bills.
You know, Samantha, this seems like a no-brainer. I mean, who is for trafficking, right? So is it hard to build consensus around these laws?
It's not difficult to build the consensus around the laws in the theory. The problems that we run into are frankly the more pragmatic issues of resources, fiscal impact, prison population issues, sort of the collateral effects of making this crime more serious. But everybody agrees that child sex trafficking is an issue that is tragic and a threat to our states.
Now, of course, there are 4 states with failing scores: California, Maine, Michigan, and South Dakota. What is your concern with those states?
Well, our concern is that if a state is not shoring up its state laws to be at the level of the other states and at the level of the federal laws, they are going to attract traffickers. They are going to attract the crime because the risk is low. I should say that Michigan, since the closing date of our research, has passed a large bill, I believe 22 provisions, and we should expect to see that state raise its grade for next year's report card. Also, states like South Dakota, which tend to have a smaller population and perhaps less crime, are able to rely more heavily on their federal counterparts. So the U.S. Attorney's Office in South Dakota has really taken the bulk of the child sex trafficking cases to prosecution there.
Samantha, you've been grading the states for 4 years now. Is it making a difference? Are you seeing the states with the high grades actually effectively fight trafficking in their states?
Well, unfortunately, we haven't had the capacity yet to evaluate implementation in every state, but certainly many of the states where we have seen good enforcement, aggressive enforcement, are states that have good laws. In the 4 years since we've started this, the first year there were 26 states with a grade of F. This year there were just 4. And just having those laws available to law enforcement, to prosecutors, and to victim advocates, because many of the laws we speak of are not criminal laws, they're civil laws. And they enable the victims, the survivors of these crimes, to pursue justice against the perpetrators through the civil process.
All right, well, great update. Samantha Vardaman with Shared Hope, thanks for your time.
Thank you.